To the MI, cat like a semi. Niggas stole my car, won't you get mine? Cat like a semi. Cat like a semi.
Alright guys, it's your boy Arj, and today I'm back with another heavily requested tutorial as I go through every single character, providing a tutorial for everyone to learn. And as always, I will be doing this in 2 stages, as I know this is the best way to learn how to use this character. Now, of course, stage 1 is me going through the beginner to intermediate phase, where I will be showing you all the key moves, the key punishes, and the key move data for Katarina, and key strategy of exactly how to use Katarina in high level gameplay and in the open play of offline and online competitive gameplay. So second stage after that, as you know, will then be me passing it onto a pro Korean player. So today will be low high, using Katarina to maximum and full effect in the red ranks, and you will see exactly everything that I've shown you, all the strategy, all the moves, key moves being put into open practice, and how they are using the exact same techniques but in open field, and you'll be able to learn exactly from that, and or through watching the other videos I've posted of Katarina, exactly how to use her. So let's just move straight on into the guide. So no need to be alarmed. Yes, this is Jin Kazama, but as you know, I'm also one of the only Tekken modders posting on YouTube at the moment, so I've just given Jin a little different stance and a little bit of a different fighting style. So let's move on. Okay, so let's not go too much into frames, but obviously fastest punish is just 1-2, as with every character. She also has 1-1, another move, 1-1, another 10 frame punish. Both these are 10 frame. 12 frame, she has 2-2, very fast move, and wall splats. It's a good move to use when sidestepping, and is also her main, well, one of her main corkscrew moves. She also has, very interestingly, an 11 frame punish, which you'd not expect, but it's actually her 4-4 string. So this is 11 frame start, which is insane. Especially this is insane because on counter hit, it combos. It allows you to do a combo, start a combo at least, as so. So you, one of her, another one of her corkscrews we'll move on to later, is her down 2-4. So this in use in combos will allow you to straight corkscrew. So yeah, down 2-4 allows, is another combo that you can use, and coupled with the fact that you can combo straight from this, it's a great combination. So there's those punishes. I think those are really her main punishes thing. Of course, she has other 13 frame punishes, so such as just down forward 1-1 is another 13 frame punisher. So it's actually slower than the 3-4, which has a lot more options. So I wouldn't really use this much at all. I use this more for extending combos. Now moving on to how Katarina plays. So Katarina is a new character, and she's actually a character that was developed specifically for new players who are just getting into Tekken, and she's very easy to use. Now, to some extent, that's correct. Like, obviously, this entire set of moves I'm doing here, I'm just pressing one button to do this. Literally, it's just a 4-4 string, and in the same way, you can do the same thing with just 3-3 as well. So to a newbie, this is great, especially this, considering this is 16 frames, but it's all mid, basically all mid. So you can't really duck this. Another one like this, you could probably at the highest level be able to duck some of this and punish, but really it even ends on a mid and has mids in the middle, so it's very, very difficult to do anything about this. Of course, if anyone finishes both of any of these strings, they are both very punishable, so keep that in mind. They're also quite linear, so this is actually very sidesteppable, especially after the first hit. Sidesteppable, and then you can be punished. Now let's move on onto some of the key moves and tricks of Katarina. So things you need to know. Basically, Katarina's moves, a lot of hers rely on her Harrier transition stance. So this is an example of her Harrier transition. As you can see, she's moving in. She's moving in very fast. You can be backdashing, and then moving straight away. And there is no cancel for this, unfortunately. It is a very linear move, and it is similar to dynamic entry, but does not have the cancel. So once you've gotten into this, you got to put everything into it. You're gonna have to commit to it. So the good thing about this, though, the fact that you have to commit to it, is that she has a lot of good extensions to it. So some really fast extensions. So she can go Harrier stance straight into this mid, straight right into that very, very far-reaching mid, which is safe on block. She also has not as fast, but this allows you to break the wall. I mean, break the floor. So on stages where you can break the floor for an extended combo, that is very useful when extending. She also has this move, which wall splats and breaks as you saw there, balconies. Only thing about this move is it looks to me like it should be a corkscrew, but unfortunately it's not a corkscrew. It would have been good if it was. But yeah, it turns play around. It's when you ever see your character get moved around after, like, when they're twirling around after hit, that is basically a sign for you to carry on pressure. And Katarina has a lot of pressure moves. So carrying on from the Harrier stance, she also has a very fast, a very fast low, and a very weird animation low as well. As you can see, she sort of jumps slightly and then twirls her entire body to do a move which really tracks as well. As you can see, it covers an entire circle worth of attack. So this is a move that's hard to dodge, but you must be able to block it, and it is very punishable. So this is definitely a move a lot of lower beginner characters may spam, but in the higher ranks you will be able to see this and you will be able to punish this. And so do not use this in the intermediate to higher level ranks. Okay, it's not a great move for those ranks, but it is one to use if you haven't used it at all in the entire round. So if you've been doing a lot of these, if you're doing a lot of the mid variant or this, which is a similar speed, then suddenly to close out the round, yeah, you could. Or if you've got them from a combo, you've done some Oki, and then you've just gone got them on the ground, and then trick them by going straight into the low variant. No combo from that, and no counter hit properties either. But she has a bevy of other lows as well. So Katarina definitely has some of the best lows in the game, I would say. They're not the fastest, but they're very different and they're very good. So even in a full crouch position, she has a ridiculous mix-up. So she has this low, which, look at the damage from that. It's fast. Yes, it's punishable, but look how fast it is. And the fact that she has this mix-up, it's a full launch, it's fast, and like the animation also allows you to push back a little. So it's not the most punishable as well of launches you might have seen. So she has this low and into the mid mix-up, which is great. She also could just, a safe option is just do the normal get-up kick. And she also has this option. So we saw that the 4-4-3 is like basically a mid number of kicks, yeah? Well, she can just stand up. That's her wall rising move as well for 3. Wall rising 3 goes straight into this, which is another great punish. It's 16 frames, but it's still a good punish for any block. And it's the sort of move that allows you to put on pressure, as I told you. So you could go straight from here into the mixer and then move straight into the Harrier stance and do pressure. Now, this Harrier stance, as I said before, she actually has, because it's so essential, a lot of her moves are able to transition. So, for example, her back one is this. No, the normal extension for this is back 1 2. Back 1 2 is just 2 mids, but you can cancel the first back one by pressing forward into Harrier stance. So that's an option. She also has down forward 1 1, which I told you is 13 frames. She can cancel from that into the Harrier stance again, so allowing for unexpected wall splats, because this move, this variant, which with the one from the Harrier stance, is very, very fast. It's high but very, very fast. And since the Harrier stance can actually be delayed for some time, you can also vary the length and timing of your Harrier extension moves. So that's another useful tool. She has other ways to get into Harrier stance as well, as such as just 1 1 into forward Harrier stance. So another way of getting in there, getting close. From that 1 1, she also has a number of extensions. So she has a mid extension, so high with just going 1 1 1 1, a mid extension, fast mid extension. She also has one where it launches as well as wall splats, and has a very odd timing which you can use to your advantage, is 1 1 4. Look at that, the timing on that is like a fully loaded launch kick, and you can go straight into combos. So that's a useful addition as well. She also has a slightly less useful 1 1 3. So that as you saw, that does some sort of flipping orbital heals type of move. That isn't the best move, I'd say, because obviously when you do highs, the psychology of it is when you do highs, usually your opponent will probably do high as well, just to beat out your speed. And the fact is that this move goes in the air and is in the air for quite a while, so it can just be jabbed out and they'll be able to combo you. So I would not use that move with Katarina unless you are certain they're going to duck for some reason, which you're going to have to make reads on that. Now, moving on to how to use Katarina. Okay, so I've mentioned a few things that so far. So I've told you about the counter hit properties of this. Now, this is important as that counter hit move is something you need to be able to throw out. You can sidestep and throw, and you can just keep using that move, as if it hits and counter, you've got a free combo, and it's very, very safe if you do not use the full string. So I'm just gonna switch this counter hit properties on to show you all the different counter hit abilities of Katarina. Okay, so like I said, this is a move you can just pull out. Do not finish the string. You can just do the first 2 hits. Commonly in the highest level, people are seen just doing the first 2 hits. Why are they doing the first 2 hits? Because the first is a high, which no one can just duck a high straight away, and the second is a mid. So this is the safest way to use this move. Will you be able to combo? Yes, you will still be able to combo, as you saw there. So this is a key thing to be doing. So moving to the side, just doing the first 2 hits, and if you see them start to attack after the first hit, because eventually they will clock on and they will start attacking you after the second hit, you then need to finish the string. Just pressing 4 4 4, and you will be able to finish the string. You don't even need to finish it fully. You can still finish just the hits before the final hit, and that will be pretty safe as well. So that's how to use that move, trying to fish for a counter hit for your combo. Additionally, another move you may have seen me do is her hop kick. Her hop kick is brilliant. Her hop kick works in a very similar fashion to this combo move. So don't think of it as a counter hit, but think of it as similar, as it has a number of extensions. Actually, it goes into all of this and all of that. But in the highest level, the only thing they'll be doing is these first 2 hits. The reason why, again, it's punishable, but they're doing these 2 first hits because it's a nice mid that will basically, it crushes a lot of moves as well. It's able to crush a lot of high moves unexpectedly. So, and it's very fast, so you can actually just sidestep or just find your moment to then throw it out, and then you've got a combo starter. And if for some reason you've been blocked, or you realize that they're going to block, you can then finish the string, catch them out, and finish, get damage through that way. Additionally, another way of using that extension is to miss the first hit and then trick them by going straight into that attack. Another way to use it. But once you have this launch, or you have any launch for that matter, so launch here, she has another launch down back 1, down back 3, or down forward, or forward, up forward 3, so, and obviously up backwards 3. She also has, of course, a snake edge. I don't really go over snake edges because snake edges aren't very useful. I mean, I've told you about the Brian tutorial. In the higher levels, just don't use snake edge. You'll get blocked and you'll get punished. So if you are a beginner and you're just trying to get through to the green ranked, I'd suggest, yes, fair enough, use this snake edge, because she's a new character, so not a lot of people are used to her movements and her animations. So you can go for that. But she has a number of other better lows. So she has just down forward, down backwards 3. So very similar to down back 4, but down forward 3 is Doesn't give you the launch, but it's slightly faster, and the animation is weirder as she sort of just lays on the floor and does it. So that's one to keep in mind. She also has down forward 3+4, slightly faster low with a great deal of range. So I would use some of these lows actually from a range, because at a range these moves are less punishable, as obviously, so example Kazuya's, he has his wall standing 2, which is very short range but does a lot of damage. So that would not work from if you did this from extreme range like this, for example. So use those lows in range. Now getting back to combos, so from those launches I've just told you, the key to using Katarina in gameplay combos wise is to use the fact that she has extend her combos over to. Now how does she do this? Carry. It is now using this Harrier stance, which in essence covers a lot of ground, carrying the opponent as far as you can until they hit the wall. So as you saw there, I carried her all the way from restarting the position all the way to the wall, and I did that through extending the combo, dashing forward, and doing a lot of moves. So I'm going to break it down now to what I did. So the first movement was, sorry, we did a rage art. Now here's a funny rage art for you to see Jin doing Katarina's rage art. Okay, but moving on. So the first movement that I did was, I did the up forward 3-3, up forward 4-4, sorry, only doing the first bit of the string to combo. From there I then did her down forward 2. Now down forward 2 is a very good move. I mean, I'll tell you just now quickly, it has counter hit properties and crushes, so use this wisely because it's another combo starter. I'll go over that in a minute when I'll go over her counter hit moves, which all start combos. So yes, so first that, then we went on to here. From there I then moved on to the down forward 1. So straight from here, down forward 1. Now from here I then did her other corkscrew, which I showed you, which is down forward 2-4. Bread and butter corkscrew, similar to 2-2. That gives you the corkscrew, and then I dashed in while she's mid twirling from her corkscrew, and then I go for a simple down forward 1, which extends the combo, and then quickly I go for down forward 2. Great move. It's yet another move that can transition quickly into Harrier. Now from down forward 2 straight into there. So I'll just show you again. Again, a perfect combo for pushing right away across to the other wall, and that is perfect because at the wall she has some options, and I just want to carry on again with these combos because this will work anywhere. So for this example, and what you saw there was one of Katarina's extremely damaging combos when she has her rage drive. So as you saw there at the wall, it is very important to keep pushing into the wall because then you can get that rage drive. When you have rage, it's very important to push it to the wall because then you can do this quick combo into straight rage drive, which is what everyone does. And the damage seems to be very lowly scaled at the wall for some reason for her rage drive, and she's able to do some extremely damaging combos. So keep that in mind also. But yeah, the main bread and butter, as I showed you, is that exact sequence of events. So using this and this into Harrier to extend combos. So basically using this on its own, then comboing with this, dashing forward to get the down forward 1, then the down forward 2 Harrier, and then into the 4, which these all extend your combo to the wall. This is the basic way of extending your combo. Of course there are variations, and I'll show you one variation now. So another option there. I don't know if I did more damage. I might have done a little less damage. But obviously the variations. Obviously you got to use for corkscrew. You have you have this option basically, and you have the down forward 2-4. So the 2-2 and the down forward 2-4. You gotta keep those in mind. Use whichever you're most comfortable with. I prefer to use this. I see more use with this. It's also a mid and a high, and that second hit is also tracking. So I like to use that. So even if you miss suddenly, it's just a good move to have in your arsenal. Other launchers for the corkscrew is, of course, you can use forward 4. So that move is another way of launching mid combo, but you can find out combos how to use it. I prefer to use the bread and butter, and I've seen a lot of Korean players seem to just stick to the bread and butter, which allows you to wall carry, because obviously you want to get the most damage, and wall carrying is the best way to do so. So we've gone over some of the combos, we've gone over the key ways of how to use Katarina mid combo, and now we need to go over some of the way that she catches the opponent. So I showed you that hop kick. Now maybe something you may have been picking up on is that the range of this hop kick seems to be ridiculous. Like, let's just look where I am. Would you have expected a normal hop kick? A normal hop kick would just hit there, no one would get hit, but I am able to combo from such a range. So use that to your advantage in Katarina. She's a very strong character in the fact that she can whiff punish a lot with just that hop kick, and she's straight into combo. And even if she misses, don't forget there's that extension, and on counter hit, as you saw there, is still combos. So don't forget about that. Next we have some of our other counter hit moves, like I showed you, down 1. Good crushing move, fast, and goes straight into combo making. Straight into combos. Another combo starter from counter hit, which is very good and reminiscent of Brian's knee, is Katarina's knee. Down forward 4. Down forward 4 is a great fast knee to have. Sidestep into knee, perfect technique. So you can use it just like Brian's knee, where you'd normally have to crouch and then knee. Here you can just go straight into the knee here and then combo as usual. So comboing with this is a great tool, and one that a lot of high level Korean players you'll be seeing in that video, they use it often because it is a very good tool. It's safe and straight and allows any variation of any combos after that. Another way to use these counter hit combos is through the Harrier. Like I said, the importance of the Harrier stance. So one thing you're going to notice from Harrier, okay, you can't cancel it, but watch this carefully. From it, there is no ducking stance. It moves straight into standing position. If I hold down forward, even if I hold down forward after doing the Harrier stance, can you see that he pops up momentarily and stands? Now in that second, top players, and if you want to master Katarina, you need to master this technique as well. You need to be able to find the timing of that standing move, and then go straight into one of the standing down forward 3 or the down forward 2. That is how you can mess up player timings and catch a counter hit. So usually, obviously, down forward 3, which is the Harrier stance, just straight away into just forward 4 straight into is the Harrier stance. So forward 4 into 4 just does this, and as I showed you other options. If you time it correctly and do it just as they stand, you'll be able to do down forward 4, and you'll be able to do any other variation, because once you're in that standing position, it's all fair game. You can do any move you want. So if you want to go into the unblockable, you can do that. So that was down back 3+4, which I have to say is quite a fast unblockable, and as you can see, there is some tracking as he on his on the right side. As you can see, it's hitting on the right and does that spin. So this is a move that I actually will be using. I'm gonna stay tuned, guys. I'm actually gonna try and main Katarina because I think she's a very strong character. And basically, I'm gonna try and use this at the wall. When they're at the wall, when they're not expecting it, I'm just gonna go from a little backdash and go straight into that. I think it's fast, and I think it's got good tracking. So that's one good tool. Something you just saw there is that low. I think this is a pretty good low. But something they didn't show in the command list is the fact that you can cancel it. So normally this is down forward 1-1. Think about it. This is pretty ridiculous. It's a mid into low. Like, just think about doing pressure at the wall, something they haven't seen at all, and then you just go suddenly bang bang. The damage on that is ridiculous as well. But they didn't show you that you can cancel it by holding down. So press down forward 1-1 and then cancel it. Now what can you do from this cancel position? You can do the full crouch mix up. Fantastic addition to Katarina that must be used at some point in the match to get some trickery in, some gimmicks, some moves that will cause damage. Now, of course, a key way of using that is, of course, cancelling it so that you do the mid launch, because they're going to be expecting the low. If they're used to the low, they're going to expect it and they're going to block and then just go straight for the mid launch. Now, of course, for delving deeper at the higher level, they're not going to fall for that, so then just go for the low. Fast, low, reasonable. And again, this is another low for good range, I should say. Even though it's very unsafe, use it at a good range and it will be hard to punish. So keep that in mind. Moving on, so I told you about this, and I told you about all the ways of getting counter hits. And I'm just thinking, oh yeah, another key move used by the pros is, of course, something you probably see online a lot, is down forward 1-1. Now, there's something odd about the use of this move. A lot of people, even the Koreans, seem to be just throwing this out. They dash up to your face basically the way to use, because it's a very small, short range move, and they're using it as if it's guaranteed to hit. But the truth is, it's not guaranteed hit. It's only guaranteed on count hit. So for this load here, it's guaranteed on count hit. And if you don't get counter it, after that mid is blocked, because it will get blocked, you will be punished. It's punishable. So something I find of what I would use, which is I think smarter, is using down forward 1-4. Now this is a high. Of course the high is duckable, but if you're going to try and use it in a counter hit sense, why not use a move which is safer but still only hits on counter hit? It still hits only on counter hit, but if they block it, they're not gonna get any punish from it. So I would use that in case if they ever then start to duck it, then you have a mix-up. You have another mix-up potential where you can then start getting that mid. Even if you don't get counter hit, they'll get hit by that mid because they're ducking. So use that information wisely as well. Okay, something I've been meaning to tell you about as well. So as I told you about the importance of carrying her to wall, because she has a lot of wall options. I'm going to show you just why she has incredible wall options. So this is something you need to be always wary of and always be using, okay? Guys, so I'm going to wall splat her. And now that she's wall splat, you have two options. You have this option, which is a straight low, which is down forward 3+4. So it only works when they're wall splatted or on the ground. And usually in certain scenarios, you'll be able to do that move twice. Now, that's the low variant. The other option is to go for the mid option, which is up, forward, back up 4. It wall splats. So particularly at the wall, if you condition them to be prepared for the low, what you need to be doing is wall splat them and then go straight for the mid. The mid picks up as well. It hits grounded, so if they even stay on the floor, they'll get hit. And a lot of people get caught out and re-wall splatted in this way. And you'll see the high level Korean do this exact same technique as well. Just like that. Now, all in all, I think that those are the basics and those are the key ways to be using Katarina to beginner to intermediate level. And I hope you've learned a lot from just what I've shown you right now. But now you're going to learn an extreme amount more from watching this in full open live gameplay from Korea with low high using Katarina against a Nina. Let's just jump into it and let's see how everything I've taught you and all these moves and techniques are used in high level gameplay. Alright, let's get into it. Okay guys, here we are on Call Me Arch, my channel, and if you didn't know already, you should by now. I am the #1 content collector of Tekken 7. So before Tekken 7 was out, I had a lot of subscribers coming to me basically because I posted all the highest level Korean gameplay, Japanese gameplay, US and UK and Europe gameplay, all of the highest level of Tekken possible for Tekken 7. And basically what I did for the fans was I collated everything into playlists. Because what I wanted was, my vision was that everyone could find a character in Tekken 7 and then come to this channel, pick a playlist for their highest, playlist for their character, which has the highest level gameplay for their character, and they could watch and learn and absorb everything they need to know to play their character. So this has helped a lot of people, and this is what I've been doing for all my tutorials in the second stage. So if you wanted to learn Jin, you come to Jin. You want to learn Lily, you go to the Tekken 7 Lily playlist, and you go here and you click and you watch a huge amount of videos with the highest level. So we're going to focus on Katarina today, as you saw. So 21 great highest of the high level matches with Katarina, and as we said, we're going to go to one of my favorites. We've got so many players here, literally so many of the highest level players. We're going to go to one of my latest ones, so low high versus Nina. So let's see how everything I've taught you comes into play here.
Round 1.
And if you guys didn't know, I'm called Miaj, but I used to be True Tekken. That's my competitive name when I used to enter tournaments. Okay, so straight away, again, as we see, she's going to the wall and she's trying to wall carry. And at the wall, she has great options. Here, she's able to catch them with that up forward 4-4. Again, she just does the first up forward. Here, we saw her actually do the down forward 1-4. Now, she actually got ducked and she got punished there. So at the highest level, the Korean level, they're able to see that coming. But in our level, especially in Europe and US, do not worry, okay? No one is going to be doing that on the first time you use that move. They're going to be expecting the mid. Okay, so here that Nina's putting her under some great pressure. Right, she's doing a combo again. She's used that bread and butter down forward 2-4 corkscrew. There she's gone for the low mix up. The highest level Koreans are able to see that somehow. I would not be able to see that. There she's gone for the mid, and there, see, the Nina's guessed the low. So this is really, it's such a good mix up that even the Koreans need to just basically guess. So at the wall, you can either do a low variant there, as you saw, which is a down 3+4, or you can do that move, which is up forward 4. A brilliant mix up with the wall, and that second mid variant re-wall splats, which makes it really, really great. Okay, what's Katarina going to do here? And she's caught her with that up forward 4-4. Again, using the bread and butter. I think it's the exact same bread and butter combo I showed you. And she's got a counter hit with that knee. That knee is fantastic, especially if they're side stepping, because you know they're going to try attack. Just doing that knee, which tracks a little to her left, to her right, sorry, is a perfect move to be using. There she's just doing her down forward 2-2. Fantastic mid, but also punishable. Wall splats. Okay, up forward 4-4 again, attempting. See, it's not very punishable, so just doing the first 2 hits of it makes it almost safe. Again, so not completely safe, but if they don't expect it, they're going to get hit. So she caught her finally. She keeps throwing it out and she caught her finally. Carries her all the way to the wall, and then what we see, that exact same super damaging combo with the Rager. But there we go. This is what I mean. The Koreans seem to be doing down forward 1-1, which, as you can see, is punishable. You can only get it on counter, so I'm not really sure why a lot of them use it so often. I believe prior to a patch, it used to be a natural combo, so you didn't need counter hit. So I think a lot of them are just still getting used to it. But let's move on to the next match.
Round 1.
Okay, rematch now. Let's see the run back. Let's see if she can make it. Okay, she's trying to fish for that up forward 4-4 again. See, up forward 4 fished again, just side it up for 4. You can keep throwing it out because the punish for it is not great. You can only get like a simple 10 frame punish. At the wall, she tried to do that down 3+4. Good option, but she missed it. It was off angle. Now she's just trying to fish for that 4-4-4 string I told you, which is 11 frames. Fishing for the up forward 4. Just a lot of fishing for combos. The combo start basically. Going to Harrier start, dashing right in her face. Doing the mix-up, scary stuff. Okay, breaks the grab. Doing the knee, hoping for a counter hit.
Round 2. Fight.
Okay, up forward 4-4, again fishing for it. Fishing for the 3, and she got the fish for the 444. And she combos her right into the wall carries her right there, and then does first the low variant, so down forward 3+4, and then goes for the mid to try and move back. So back forward 4. Gets a little carried away there and does the rage art, which obviously punishable as with most characters, and yeah, suffers consequences. Does the mix up again. You've been doing the low for a while now, so then does the mid variant, which is a launcher. Again, takes to the wall, but then misses the low variant. Low parry. Same combos, same exact bread and butter combos to push her right across the screen. She's probably going to push her to the wall again, as I saw. That is the key to using Katarina. Everything I told you about needs to be put into practice if you want to use her. Okay, so obviously I told you that move, down forward 2-4, is a good move in terms of tracking, and it's better than the high 2-2, but of course it can be dark, so at highest level definitely you will get destroyed. Carrying her again, same bread and combo, fishing for the 444. Okay, see, as I told you, that move, that full crouch 4 low, is very difficult to punish from a certain range, so use that move in range, not in close contact, because you'll get punished. Okay, what's she gonna do? Okay, going for a low, quite safe low. Going for ranged mix up there. Okay, she used the knee there, able to just float the character with another useful use of the knee. So another thing to take into consideration that you've learned now from stage 2. Okay, doing that lows, that down forward 3 floor. No, yeah, the down forward 3. Okay, finishes it off. So as you can see there, just everything I showed you, every single move I showed, all the key moves being used there. Not really a single other moves there that was not shown in the tutorial. And you can see, like I told you, the key to using her combos is to wall carry, and that is the main basis of using Katarina to her full extent. And then using her rage drive effectively to make serious comebacks, because the scaling seems to be lower for her rage drive. So guys, keep that in mind, and I will see you in my next tutorial for the next character. Alright, cheers boys.
To the MI, cat like a semi. Niggas know my car, won't you get mine? Cat like a semi. Cat